All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk. Let's talk a little bit of basketball real quick. I'm still working on the NBA podcast, uploading it, man. So give me a little bit of time. But you can check out the 2 prior Lion episodes I got on there. I put the podcast link in the description. But I noticed, like, just going around the Pistons social media and like Twitter and, Facebook and, Instagram. It's like a lot of Piston fans, are sour on drafting Lamelo Ball. And you gotta ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? Do they watch LaMelo Ball play? Because LaMelo Ball is the wave. If you like Luka Doncic and what Trae Young is doing, that's what LaMelo Ball is kind of built in. But let's talk about why not LaMelo Ball, man. Hit that subscribe bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate it. Check out Detroit Pistons playlist, Detroit Pistons Talk. But I like LaMelo game, and I followed him over there in Australia, man, and phenomenal talent, man. The length. I mean, you just talk about adding LaMelo here, and I like Killian Hayes as well. I did some videos, some draft videos already, checking the Piston playlist or the draft playlist. And I like Edwards. I like LaMelo. I like Killian Hayes. Those are 3 that stick out to me. James Wiseman is okay as well. But just think out it from this aspect. You look how the Milwaukee Bucks are built. You built with long guys. Giannis, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton. Bledsoe was pretty long for a point guard. I don't know who their other forward is or, what they consider. I don't forget who it is. But they're a long team. And being a long team is a great start for being a good defensive team. And you look what the Pistons already put out there. Diambo's probably going to be a couple years. He get his man body. He get used to it. You got Christian Woods out there. He got to get stronger. But if you feature Wood, Diambo at some point in the near future, and LaMelo Ball, that's a lot of length. And when you talk about playing defense, playing defense is, first off, is a will. You have to want to play defense. You have to want to be great at playing defense. You got to want to commit to defense, and it's a mindset. Second thing about, being a great defender, in my opinion, is communicating. Communicating, calling out picks, calling out screens, calling out help side. Those are the 2 biggest things. But something you can't coach about defense is length. And if you're able to go out there and you put the length of them 3 out there, that's already, foundation for a great young defensive team. And for them to get out there and the way just the versatility you can get. And I think people say, well, LaMelo don't defend. A lot of young guys don't defend, but I think he open-minded to being a good defender. You can teach him to be a good defender, a willing defender. And, I just think nobody talking about that. His length, his height, he's still growing. And just throwing them 3 out there, the way you can switch with those guys, bro, that's just insane. Because Diambo can guard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s in this league. So can Christian Wood, so can LaMelo. He get a little stronger. The way they can switch and be defensively sound. If you can get out there and put another guard and another glue guy out there with them at the 3 spot, that's dope. And then his versatility. If you don't think he a point guard, you know what I'm saying? He can play the 2. He can play the 3. You know what I'm saying? Easily. He could be a point forward like Pippen and Grant. Not saying he'd be on that level. You know what I'm saying? So everybody looking at it, oh, his daddy this, his dad. Look at his brother. You can't put a player's shortcomings on another player. People, I do that with Duke, and I know I'm wrong. Like most players in Duke, they got problems. They're not good or they end up getting injured. But you can't. He a totally different ball player than his brother. His brother a good ball player too. Look at his percentages as he got healthy. I think the knee injury, and there was another knee injury he suffered, Lonzo. He hooping. I wanted the Pistons to go out there and try to trade for him. He getting up and down the floor. He hooping. You know what I'm saying? He facilitating. I think LaMelo is a better facilitator than people give him credit for. Will him and Dwayne Casey kind of bump some heads at the beginning? Yeah, he going to be just like Christian Woods and Diambo was with Dwayne Casey. But I think Dwayne Casey can kind of coach him like he did with Kyle Lowry to be the player that he need to be. And I just think it's just a perfect fit for the Pistons. Somebody that's young, that's exciting, that's going to bring some swag to the team, that's going to bring some cachet, some televised games to the team. The way they running with them 3, they're going to be running gun. They're going to be like when Isaiah first got here with Kelly Tripucka and those guys. They're going to be getting up and floor scoring a lot of points. It's just going to be about defense and filling the rest of the spots in on the team. So he also provides shooting. You know what I'm saying? You need shooting from the point guard position. You know what I'm saying? He provides the shooting. He provides the new age shooting too. His shot selection is going to be a question. But so is Luka, so is Trae Young. He a big shot taker, he a big shot maker, but you're going to have to hone him in. But what young guy that you don't? You don't hone in. And people, I guess worried about, his daddy and all that. His daddy ain't going to come to Detroit talking that shit. Guarantee his daddy ain't been talking that shit since he been over in Australia. He been saying this, that, and the third, and he been saying a little bit of that. But I think, truth be told, LeVar knew he made a mistake, with Lonzo. He not going to admit it publicly, but you see with the second, it's kind of like having a kid. The first kid, you make some mistakes. By the time you get on the second and third, you know what to do so you don't make those same mistakes. The first kid is the test tube baby, or the test dummy, excuse me. With Lonzo, he's seen the mistakes that he made, and with Lamelo, he's not going to make those mistakes, man. But to me, it's a no-brainer. If he on the board, I like Edwards. Edwards can get to the cup, but, Edwards don't have the versatility as Lamelo. He not as long, you know what I'm saying? He's strong. He kind of remind you of Rodney Stuckey, getting to the lane. But I just like LaMelo game. I like Killian Hayes' game. He another one of those long, tall point guards that can play one or two. He was born in Lakeland, Florida, but he moved to France. I guess his dad had a professional career over there. So I like those versatile guys. And guess what? If it don't work at the one, you could put him at the two. And you could put another point guard next to him. But the length that he would bring to that team, the excitement that he would bring with him, I mean, his attitude, man, I don't know if a lot of people watch the interviews or watch former NBA players that's playing with him in Australia, like Aaron Brooks, talk about him. He confident. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of this. He's strong-willed. He confident. He bullheaded. I like that. That's how Isaiah was. Isaiah came into the league as a teenager. People forget, 1 year in Indiana, I think he won a championship. He came in confident, running the show. First game, he dropped buckets. That's what you wanted the point guard position. The Pistons got too many injury prone. They had too many soft players. Like Drummond was just soft. He wasn't confident on the 99 basis. You won't get that with Christian Woods. He's not backing down from Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure about Diambo yet, but the way he didn't back down from LeBron, young guys don't know no better. LaMelo, he not backing down. From the interviews I hear with Aaron Brooks and other guys, he sound better than my brother. You need that bravado. You need that swag. You need his game. You need that shooting. They need LaMelo, man. That's the perfect fit. If they got to move up and get some people up to move up to get him, I'm drafting that kid. I'm just telling you, I think he's going to be special. And if he ain't special, people come back to this video and they comment and they joke. And that's the thing about being on YouTube and putting it on wax. You know what I'm saying? I go back and say, I was tripping. This nigga was a bust. But I see the potential with him, and I just think he a good fit, man. He going to bring televised games here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be able to see the Pistons on ESPN, TNT. He's strong. Look at the kid body. He's starting to get strong. His shooting stroke, it ain't no question. His father going to make sure his work ethic on point. You know what I'm saying? And I think this organization be stupid to pass him up. And it's another kid from overseas I got to check out, bro. That the Warriors like. But the guys, I haven't looked at all of them. I haven't looked at the guy from Dayton either, but point guard is a need. You go out there and you put, I ain't mad at Killian Hayes coming here too. I love his game. But LaMelo, he gonna bring televised games. He gonna bring money. He gonna bring some things that other players can't. But they still gotta fill out the roster with other players. But it's gonna be a grind, bro. I remember watching the Pistons kind of after Isaiah tore his Achilles and blowing it out, and it was a grind, bro. It's a grind to watch your team rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, when Isaiah came here, eventually they made some trades. They made the playoffs. Bernard King put their ass out, scored 40 points in the last 4 games, 40 points or more in the last 4 games of that series, man. And, he going to go through that process again, man. But the difference of that process, the process that we went through with the last Pistons team going to work Pistons, is that this team going to be younger, inspired. You're going to see some guys moved around. You're going to see some veterans come in. But this is the beginning of a rebuild. And a lot of guys haven't been alive to see a rebuild and see how it go. But it's a good pick. And the Pistons might be bad again next year with these young guys here. Some guys going to get benched. Some guys going to, it's going to be trials and tribulations. But this is why you had Derrick Rose here. Perfect. Derrick Rose and being LaMelo Ball here. Letting them know, hey, Blake Griffin can be in Christian Wood ear, be in Diambo ear. That's the great thing about having Blake Griffin on the team. You got two guys that have been at the pinnacle of the NBA as far as being superstars, MVP, and being to the playoffs, being the most exciting player in basketball at one point. Blake Griffin was, in my opinion. You know, coaching these guys. This is why you have veteran guys here. And then next year you probably be sorry again. But guess what? And you get another high draft pick. You put that pick with them. You know, you kind of do the OKC thing, and I think Stefanowski do a good job, you know, drafting these players. But hey, I don't understand why not LaMelo Ball. But let me know what your concerns about LaMelo Ball is. Love his game. He seems to be more sturdy, more healthier than his brother is. But hey, let me know what you guys think about LaMelo. Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Again, you need to reach out to me. You got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. I'm going to accommodate that. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we go.